Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio at the American Legion Washington Conference, and we have a chance to talk with the National Commander, Charles Schmidt from Oregon. And Commander, very high energy commander's call that you led today. A lot of initiatives for our members of the American Legion, Sons, and Auxiliary to talk about when they go to Capitol Hill today. What are some of the highlights?
Well, of course, we had highlights. We had the Secretary of the VA, Dr. David Shulkin. We also had Senator John McCain, and we had also Senator Tester from Montana to talk about their support, and also the chairman of the Veterans Affairs Committee on the House side, Chairman Rowe. They were very supportive of the veterans and the initiatives that kind of online, I hope, have what we're thinking of taking care of the VA, improving the VA, the choice program, also talking about maybe updating some facilities, and also to keep it staffed by those professionals in the healthcare area. We also talked about the national security a bit, more so, but also about veterans and those that are being, their service is not being recognized necessarily by the VA, those Guard and Reserve personnel that have served just those short times and not being recognized. We're also looking to improve the job availability for veterans, and we just had a job fair here in the hotel Friday. A lot of employers and a lot of veterans, so a lot of things that's going to improve the life of veterans. And of course, one of the main things we're looking forward to is the appeals modernization bill that was passed by the House at the end of just prior to the end of the 2014 legislative session. But now, because the Senate didn't address that, we're going to have to go back into the 115th session of Congress, reintroduce that, and hopefully the House will still be in agreement with that. And I think the Senate will also, after hearing Senator Tester and his support and so forth. And of course, we also talked about the protection of the flag of the United States of America that represents every man and woman in this great country, of perhaps getting legislation reintroduced for an amendment, a constitutional amendment that will protect the flag from desecration. So a lot of things on the agenda, and of course the hall is emptied out and folks are climbing the hill to walk the halls of Congress. And when they walk the halls of Congress, we've asked them to remember who they're walking for, those who have served in the past, those who are serving, and those who will serve our country in the future.
Absolutely. And sir, maybe if you just mention what have been a couple of the highlights of your year as National Commander of the American Legion.
Well, sure. I mean, there's so many highlights, I'm not sure where to begin. All I know is that almost tomorrow will be 6 months. It's gone so fast. But as we look back, we've visited 30 departments and about 159 posts. And, of course, in those posts, there's units and squadrons of the American Legion Auxiliary and Sons of the American Legion. A highlight was attending the December 7th, 75th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor, getting to talk to some of those survivors. And of course, their main message was be prepared. We enjoyed going out to posts that maybe have never seen a national commander, such as in Pinedale, Wyoming. Just visiting folks and being involved in many of their activities and also some of their fine cuisine. But we just want to thank them and let them know that they are appreciated for what they do day in and day out and month after month and year after year of carrying the American Legion legacy forward, that legacy that started in 1919, which today every Legionnaire has inherited. And of course, as we come up on our 98th birthday in about 2 weeks, hopefully we're keep in mind that legacy as well, because it's our job right now to carry that legacy and improve that legacy and pass it on to the next generation of veterans.
Absolutely. I get a chance to spend a lot of time at West Point, and it's amazing how many West Point officers and troop stationed there say that somewhere along the line, someone in the American Legion helped them out from Boyd State receiving an award, or one American Legion group sent a package to them, to their unit when they were serving overseas. They really appreciate the American Legion at West Point.
Well, absolutely. And part of the challenges, or jobs, I should say, really, of the American Legion is make opportunities available for youth. The education of our youth is our fourth cardinal principle, a founding principle, which we were founded on in 1919. I was in Guam and being briefed by all the military leadership on that island, and it just so happened afterwards, the Marine colonel came up to me and said, "I know about the American Legion. They sent me to Boys State." So our programs have touched many lives, and we give youth an opportunity to participate in those programs, but also at the same time, we teach them about patriotism, about respect, about service, about sacrifice. And hopefully not only they enjoy the baseball, the Boy Scouts, the junior shooting sports, the oratorical, Boys State, but also they become and prepare themselves for great role models, great citizens that will lead this country in the future.
So, sir, which branch of the military did you serve in?
I proudly served in the only Air Force in the world, the United States Air Force, and 27 and a half years, and I am so honored to have done that, and I'd do it again if they'd let me.
Absolutely, Mr. Charles Schmidt, the National Commander of the American Legion, the world's largest veterans organization. Great to see you here in Washington, D.C. at the legislative meeting and your commander's call.
Well, thank you very much. It was a great commander's call. We had a full house, and as I said, the hall is empty now. We're going to walk the halls, carry our message, not about just us Legionnaires, but about the men and women serving, who have served and will serve in this country. That's who we are. We're the American Legion family, the Legionnaires, the auxiliary members, and the Sons of the American Legion.
Well, sir, great to see you. Best wishes from all of us at the Sons of the American Legion, Sons of the American Legion Radio.
Well, thank you so much. The Sons bring value to the American Legion. As you heard National Commander Jeff Frayne say that we're here for you, veterans, us Sons, and we're going to walk with you as you've been walking with us since 1932, and we certainly appreciate that.
Okay, National Commander Charles Schmidt, thank you. Great to see you, and best wishes. And we'll see you here through the day as the American Legion goes to Capitol Hill.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow morning, we all go to Capitol Hill, so we'll see you there.
Thank you, sir. This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio in Washington, D.C.